You finally say it. You tell the truth. You think this might be the moment someone listens. Maybe this time somebody sees what you've been carrying. But instead of validation, you watch it happen. The script, it flips. Suddenly, you're the problem. You're the unstable one. You're the villain. And the narcissist, they just sit back and they play the victim. And they let everyone else do the rest. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. Annie had spent years surviving in silence. She never yelled. She never fought back in the ways that he said she did. Her defiance was quiet. She questioned him. She withdrew. She stopped performing the part that he assigned to her. One evening, she said something quite simple, but it was true. She said, "I'm afraid of you." No, she was afraid of how quickly his moods would turn, afraid of the way he would look at her when she disappointed him. She said, "This doesn't feel like love. It feels like fear." And he didn't flinch when she said that. He didn't deny it. He didn't yell. He smiled like he had won. That smile would stay with her longer than anything he would ever shout, because it told her, "You finally figured it out and I don't care." That was the moment Annie understood that her husband never wanted resolution or to fix things. He wanted her to doubt herself all over again. And when she finally spoke the truth, he didn't have to say anything at all. The damage, it was already done. He knew the world would believe him and not her, and then been met with silence, rage, or even worse, mockery. You know the pain that I'm talking about. There is something so crushing about standing in your truth only to be painted as a bitter, crazy, or cruel person. You know why it happens, don't you? Because the narcissist's abuse is built on an image. It thrives on the illusion of perfection and charm, performance and control even. And when you speak the truth, you threaten their illusion. So what do? They flip it, and they flip it fast. They say, "You're overreacting." They call you unstable. They provoke you until you react. And then they point to your reaction as the real problem. It's crazy, isn't it? Suddenly the story isn't about the harm they caused. It's about the fact that you dared to speak up about their behavior. The narcissist doesn't just silence you. They get others to silence you too. That's the cruelty of it all. You thought that telling the truth would set you free, but instead you were put on trial. This one's for you if you've ever been punished for telling the truth. This one's for you if you were called dramatic while the narcissist was being so calculating. If you were called bitter while your partner was betraying you behind your back. If you were called angry for finally establishing a boundary. This one's for the survivor who lost people not because you lied about anything, but because you didn't. This one's for the one who told the truth and walked away with your dignity intact, even as your reputation was being shredded. You are not the villain. You were the one who saw through the mask. And that in and of itself made you dangerous. And if no one has ever said this to you before, let me be the first. I see you. I believe you. This podcast was born because of Annie, because her story is true. But this podcast is growing so fast because of you, because of the relationships and the community that we've established, of the survivors who show up with so much courage, commenting, encouraging, and healing each other. You don't just watch, you are witnessing. You remind each other that we don't have to go through this alone. So if something in all of this found you at the right moment, I hope you'll share it or speak your truth in the comments, or simply just carry it with you, knowing that your story matters, and it matters so much. Please remember that you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse. I want you to be tenacious and never give up on what's important to you. Please stay bold, stay grounded, and take care of yourself until the next episode, where I'll see you then. I'm Kyle Hackley, attorney, author of Undercurrent, and the host of the Are You Annie podcast. Thank you so much for being here and staying until the end. Bye.